y'all, it's Straight Dynasty. Like I said, welcome back to another video. And today we have an album reaction that I wasn't expecting to cover. And today we have Tinashe's newest album, 333. I don't know what the numbers mean, but maybe to explain them in the album. I've listened to some of her songs here and there. I believe she had like a really popular song a couple years ago with like a Schoolboy Q. I forget the name of the song. It's been a minute since I heard that song, and for a while, like she hasn't really made like a whole bunch of noise. Like she has that's a fan base, of course, but she had to make a whole bunch of noise. And today she just dropped like this new album, and I thought, hey, you know what? It's been a while since I checked out like a full-length R&B project, so why not do it again? So we're gonna check this one out, see if it's for me. If not, I will be honest with y'all. So we're gonna start off with I already heard 2 other songs on this project so far, so just so y'all know. So now we're gonna start with the first song, Let Go. Okay, so that song, like, I'm guessing it was basically the intro to the album. I think she was talking about like how this bad, I guess like this bad relationship with this guy, or like something she's been dealing with in her life, and she's talking about how she was finally able to like let go and be free, like move on and stuff. Which, I mean, it's good because like you don't want to linger on stuff like that. And what I will say is like it was interesting, like what she was doing, like her vocals and the effects and stuff like that. How she was like a bit lighter, then she went a bit like more darker sound, I guess you can say, and she kind of mixing them in between each other. The one thing I wasn't really like feeling was like the production, like overall the sound of the song itself. Like that, I don't know if it's gonna sound like bad or not. Depends on who you are, but it kind of sounds like it would be part of the soundtrack to a Disney movie. Like I don't know, like that's kind of the vibe I got off it. It's not really for me, but I wouldn't say the song's awful or anything. But so yeah, that's how I feel about it. Next song is I Can See the Future.
You know I'm one of a kind, get the one-on-one. If you with it, don't waste my time. You know I got that yummy, yummy, yummy come again.
That reminds me of that Justin Bieber song. It's girl, you got that yummy, yummy. I don't know, like it just sounds like a little bit kids when someone says you got that yummy, yummy. I'm just saying.
I can see the future. It feels like paradise. I'm ready for me.
That song was a little bit better, I will say. I like how she kind of like switched up her delivery and flow on this song. A bit like more up-paced in a way. It kind of sounded like she's trying to mix like a little bit of rapping and she putting like her more vocalish R&B style like mixed in with it. The production I would say is a little bit better, but it got weird at a certain point because like for some reason like the sound of it, like it kind of got lower to where like it was kind of a bit harder to hear it, and then got higher again. It just sounds like it's either her or the producer. They have a very interesting choice when it comes to production. I don't know if I like it or dislike it or not. It's just interesting. And another like thing I didn't really care for is like which like I can see the future. Like I don't know, like her vocals just were kind of like off when it came to like the hook overall. But besides that, I actually think the song's pretty cool. And basically, it's her talking about like being with the guy. So it's not really the deepest song, but it is what it is. So I'll say this: the song is better than the previous song, but I still wouldn't say it's the greatest. Next song is X featuring Jeremiah. This song had much better hook. I actually found the hook very catchy. When it first came out, I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna love this song. I did not love that song. It's not a bad song. It's not a bad song, but it just isn't great. Like for one, the production, I just feel like it's just like too simple in a way. Like I just feel like it could like have like a bit more to it, if you know what I mean. But she kind of kept like the similar vocal style like throughout the entire song, but no, she decided like switch the flow and stuff, and the delivery, like the delivery is for most part the same, but like it's like the flow like a little bit like choppy flow, like I'm gonna get some water. Like, I don't know, that just didn't really work with me right there. Jeremiah, I thought he did fine. Not the greatest, but it's been a while since I heard Jeremiah, so I thought he did fine on here. But yeah, like, overall, this song is so far the best one on here so far, but it's still not something that's kind of like blown me away or something I just like really enjoy though. Next song is Shy Guy.
15 miles till nothing better. Who could it be? Always saying it's the wrong time. Shy guy.
I actually like that. Like, even though it was like the shortest song on here, it's barely even mid long. That's probably my favorite one right there because like again the production like wasn't really all that, but like I feel like she was trying to lead into like the next song, like which is Bouncin that I already heard. I don't know. I just like her vocals the most on this song. Like that's the part that kind of carried it. You know what I mean? Especially at the end, I just started like feeling okay. So yeah, I like that song, and you know I'll give it a certified thumbs up. Why not? Why not? Now I've already heard Bouncin. I thought it was a pretty good. I thought it was like a pretty cool song. I like the music video too, like where she's like trying to dance stuff like that. It's a bit of a simpler music video, but it worked for what it was. And again, like her vocals were pretty good. The production was decent. The production was decent. And overall, yeah, I thought it was like I thought it was a pretty good song for like the type of music he makes. Next song is Unconditional. That song was like a bit better. That song's better because first off, like take back what I said about one of the previous songs if I said this, but like this time I feel like had the best her best performance vocally so far. Like her singing was really good. Sure, there was like one point in it where I was kind of like, but like it got better. And overall, like I think she did good majority of the song. She's basically, I guess, like just spilling out her love for like this certain person. How like she would do all this just like keep it up or like just keep that person with them and stuff like that. It's nice sounding, I'll say. Production. The production's a little bit better, I will give it that. And plus, I do like how she kind of switched it at a certain point, like a whole beat switch, which I appreciate. A lot of these songs have something to be like soundtracks for like movies or stuff like that. Like, I don't know how I feel about it right now, but yeah, this song Unconditional, I will say this is probably the better one out of the album so far. You know what? I'm gonna give it a certified thumbs up. Next song is Angels featuring Kaash Paige. It's been a minute since I covered Kaash Paige. Let's see how she does.
Picture us down drinking coffee on us from the city of the angels. There's your vibe is like no other. I see this not certified, but I'm your lover boy, and I'm not afraid. Get a turn up the music.
That song's pretty good. It's pretty good because like again, simple production, but I feel like for this song it worked a little bit better, I guess you can say. But I will say that I can see someone calling this song like maybe like boring or something like that. But it is what it is. It didn't really bother me that much at all. I feel like the best person on here is Kaash Paige. I just like her vocals the most. But then again, I will say, like, when it got to her verse, I was like, okay, like, who's who? Because, like, it kind of got to the point where I couldn't tell them apart. But I was like, okay, I think this is Kaash Paige, and then Tinashe comes around the end. Well, I think Tinashe did a pretty good job vocals-wise. I just think, like, Kaash Paige had a stronger presence in the song, I guess you can say. But overall, yeah, like, again, like, I guess it's more so, like, another, like, type, like, love song in a way. I could be wrong. I'm not always the most accurate when it comes to, like, when it comes to like pick out the subject matter of each song, if it has one. I think it's pretty good, cool. I'll give it a certified thumbs up. Okay, next song is 333, subtitle of course, featuring Absolutely. I have never heard anybody have a name like that, so okay. Does she have to make her voice sound so high pitched like that? Like, that just... It's not working for me right now, I'll say. You remember how know in previous songs I've said like some songs, like a lot of these songs kind of give me vibes like being like on part of a Disney movie or something like that. This song is where I felt the strongest because like I don't know, like the production overall, I will say like of course like the production had a little bit more go on, like a lot more going on with it to the point where it was like, what is going on? Like it's just I don't know, like the way I define this, like it had a lot, it had like something going on, but it was just like now like it's kind of like too much in a way. It's like all over the place in a way for me. But like maybe it's just that this production is not necessarily for me. It's more I don't know. This song is overall I would say was for me, and her performance on there, I don't know what was going on, but like she went like super high pitched. I was like, can you dial it back down a little bit more? And then like I just didn't like what was going on with her voice on this song. I don't know if it was her or what production or sound effects. I just wasn't feeling it. So that song, I'm probably give it a skip right there. Next song is Undo, Back to My Heart.
Cause I think that's what you want. So you're looking for some peace of mind. Haven't done what I want. Gonna find you when I've come. Sounding something real out his heart. Try to undo one messing up so young.
Hey Forever 21, you got a new song for you. Jokes aside, like I was actually feeling that song a lot more than like the previous song. Let me see, like yeah, the previous song. I guess like most of these features are just like producers on certain songs, and I was cool with the production. It sound like she went more like a pop lane for this song right here, which like I will be like I appreciate the switch up, you know, but like I thought it was decent. I thought it was decent production. I liked her performance on there because like especially like the second half, like the second verse where she started like based on how far she's become, like all the things she's done so far, and how she feels grateful for things that like certain things that have happened to her, which I like the little part right there. And I guess like at some point she's talking about how like the relationship like didn't like go so well, and she's saying like I just want you at this point, like she knows like she messed up and like she wants this person back in a way, which is interesting to hear at least. So that song, I think it's cool. Again, not the greatest, but it's a good little switch up. Next song is Let Me Down Slowly.
I said, calling me, baby. Let me back it, I gotta be focused. Just let me down slowly. I've been chilling and living life lately. Wonder if you're home too. Now can we just let this be? You're making it hard to leave.
I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but it's just the same thing. Like it's kind of to the point where it's become a little bit more of an issue. Like the vocals, like the performance of her. Sure, at some points a bit spotty, but like right now, like she's done pretty well. I thought the vocals on here were pretty good. I like the subject matter. Like her just talking about how like she's trying to get over this guy, but it's kind of like hard to in a way, I guess. And I like subject matter. It's just production. It's still like it's just kind of like a bother to me. Like I don't know. It just sounds like something you would play at like a clothing store or something. Like I'm not even trying to be rude. It just sounds like that to me, you know. So that song, I think it's just all right. Next song is Last Call.
How are we gonna move on? Can't just be friends. Hurts we last call. You've been sleeping. I know you come from using me up. Coming over, belly so down.
Okay, I guess this song she's more so talking about how this person is kind of treated her wrongly, and she doesn't want to have to do this, but she's like trying to like cut this person off basically, which. I mean, it's unfortunate. Like, people go through that. Like, I've been through that with some people who have been through that with me. It is what it is. So, it is unfortunate. Again, like, I thought she did pretty well. Excuse me. The production was a little bit better. I like the more bass it had in it. And overall, yeah, like, I think the song's decent. I think it's decent. Next song is The Chase.
Didn't take long to decide. Gonna chase it. Run back, baby, if you need that, but I won't.
It's weird that she kind of saw Rihanna in the song a little bit. Is that just me? Is that me who hears that? Because I can't hear that.
I'm fine on my own. If you change up, I'ma change up too.
This song definitely reminds me of Rihanna's song. I think it's called "Kiss Me Better," like "Kiss It" or "Kiss Me Better," like whatever that song was. I came out like a couple years ago. This song is overall kind of gave me like Rihanna vibes a lot of that song, and this song I think again I think it's just alright. Again, like not necessarily my production. I know she's used this like earlier, but I don't know. I don't know if it's just like I don't know. The album's just it's starting to like get to me in a negative way, I guess you can say. But like I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. It just didn't work that much for me on here. I thought her vocals were okay. She did like that more high pitched voice again, but I thought it was done like a lot better on this song than it was on previous song. But yeah, again, it just like it's nothing to say anymore. Next song is Pasadena. I hope I said that right. Featuring Buddy. I thought I liked the song when I first heard it like a couple months ago, I think it was. But again, this is not really a song for me. Production, yeah. The vocals I thought they're pretty good, but I thought he did all right with his thing. But yeah, it's not a song for me. Next song is Small Reminders.
Time is racing, but stop, never quit, never die. I love it up, coming through the ceiling now. I pay my dues, now I feel like enough is enough. What do you dream about? Who you really though?
I will say this: the last little bar, I know, like she kind of switched, like it did like multiple, like 3 beat switches or so, maybe 4 throughout the entire song. The very last little bit, like the last minute or so, I say it was my favorite little piece of there. I just like overall. It just kind of felt like a little bit more R&B-ish that I've heard from in a while for this project, which I like it. Second part, like the second beat switch or so, I did not like. Like it sounded like the beats, like production sounded like it'd be like it was like from Chris Brown's Fine China, and unlike that song, I just didn't really like how she did on this song right here. So overall, yeah, and the other beats just weren't really that interesting to me. I mean, that's really all I gotta say. This song was really only interesting for like one little piece, so it's a skip for me. We are now at the last 2 songs, and we got for second last song is Bouncin' Part 2.
Just like this, you said it was over, make it right.
Okay, so that song, it was a little bit better. Still not enough to like really blow me away, but got good vocals, above average production. I like the little like water sound that was like in the song right there. But overall, yeah, like it was a bad song. It wasn't a bad one. Just not something that it's not something that blew me away. And we're out at the final song called "It's a Wrap."
You know it's a wrap, you know it's a wrap. Got nothing to say to you anyway. I'm way too fly to be feeling that way.
Now you're calling me, now you're proud of me. We live the way we fucking up our moves. So tired, baby girl, I swear I'm through.
Okay, I think it was cool the way she kind of like ended the album. Like basically, I guess she's talking about like I guess I don't know for sure, but I guess she's talking about like kind of cutting off somebody in a way. I could be wrong. And she's kind of like, it's kind of like a play off words because like it's the end of the album, it's a wrap, everything's done, it's said and done. Another thing I did appreciate is like the feature. I don't know who's who because it has 2 features on here. I guess one's producer and the other one's like the other like artist who had the verse. Even though like he had like a pretty short verse, I do appreciate because like I feel like this album could have helped a little bit more. They had like a couple more features on there, just like add a little bit more to it instead of like it's just being her the entire time. Just for this album, in my opinion. So I appreciate that, and overall, yeah, like I like the song. I think it's pretty decent. So that was Tinashe's 333. How I feel about it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Out of all the R&B projects that I've heard this year, which is already kind of a short list to be honest, this is my least favorite one. Well, let me get to the positives first. I thought at some points her vocals were pretty good. I thought some of the subject matter was pretty interesting and pretty good. I thought some of the production was average, a little bit above average, decent. The features that she did have, like Jeremiah, Kaash Paige, people like that, I thought they did pretty well with their performances. And for me, like Kaash Paige did the best out of all the features. Some of the beat switches, I do appreciate that she's trying something different, like different sounds and stuff, like different types of deliveries and flows and stuff. I do appreciate that, but like it's most of it kind of like falls flat for me, you know. And it's just like, for one, like the production overall throughout this entire project, I wouldn't say it's awful, but it's just something that's not necessary for me, and something I just didn't think sound good. Why I kept saying throughout the entire video, like saying like, oh, this song just be like off a Disney soundtrack, or this song just be like part of Forever 21 or whatever clothing store. Sure, I might come off a bit jokish, and it is kind of a joke, but I don't mean to come off be rude. It's just how I feel. It's just like the vibe that I get off it. And to be honest, I just didn't really care for a lot of production. That's what kind of made me like kind of like not really listen to Tinashe like that, because I've heard snippets of her songs. I've heard whole songs of her before, and it's like a lot of times she has some decent vocals. It's just like her production has never really been for me, and this is like another example like that. I wanted to see if it would change, but it just didn't. Like there were some points where it's like above average, but it was never a point where it was like was just like really, really good for me. And that's what I feel about for most of these songs. Like not a lot of songs necessarily bad or awful. Some were even like pretty good or decent, but it's not really something that I just thought was like just like downright amazing, or I just like just bobbing my head really hard to. Keep in mind, I only gave like maybe like 2, maybe 3 songs certified thumbs up, and those are probably like my least favorite certified thumbs ups. I'm not gonna lie. I will say this, even though like I didn't think her vocal performance was bad at all throughout most of this. There were some points where like was just like I don't really know. Out of like a lot of the female R&B artists, I don't think she is the strongest vocally, but that's not always a bad thing in my opinion. For example, Ella Mai. I actually like Ella Mai. Even though she's not the strongest singer, what helps her out is like she has good production behind her. Production that like is more upbeat, something that's for me, you know. And that's why I liked like her like past album. I hope she drops more. But it's just like the opposite with Tinashe. Like, not only do I think she's not the strongest vocalist, she does fine. It's just that production just doesn't really add enough for me to say that like it kind of bumps her up a bit higher. You know what I mean? So yeah, like. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like, this, at some point, like, this album just became, like, completely uninteresting, and I got bored. I don't think this is, like, a garbage album by any means. It is probably, like, something that's, like, not really for me, and I just feel like this album was just, like, painfully average at some point, you know? And it's just, like, it literally made me to the point where I had to get up and, like, take a little break, because, like, it just wasn't hitting for me at all, you know? But hey, it is what it is. Again, like, I don't think it's a bad album. In my opinion, I've heard better from R&B artists. It's not like a D level project, but I'm gonna say it's probably like a C minus. It's just something that like I'm definitely like, it's not awful, but I'm definitely don't see myself coming back to this. I can see people being mad at this video, and honestly, I accept that at this point. Like, a lot of my videos aren't really reviewed the best, but it is what it is. I like to be honest, and some people just can't handle honesty. But if you like this, like, more power to you. If you can find enjoyment in this, then I'm glad for you. It's just I couldn't really find anything out of this project for me to really enjoy. But let me know how y'all feel about this project. Comment down below whether y'all like it or y'all dislike it. But sure, also leave a like and enjoy today's video, and subscribe for more content from me. That's what all I had to say. This is Straight Dynasty. Hope y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for watching, and I'm out.